Now, Chovy could go with something like an Orianna if he'd like to go for something a little bit more team fighty.
Also takes away the Orianna from the opposing team, right?
Yeah.
But I think with Annie, you apply a ton of pressure. Gen G have been known to be somewhat of a tier list drafting team.
But the Nico up and available as well, and that gives him even more team fighting presence. It does mean that he's kind of self-counterpicked himself in lane. The Leona has been the best sort of pick into the Nico. Just take Boris's word for it. Shiv is the right way to go. You're allowed to build it now. As Duro taking a fair bit of damage here. They'll say Ober a few times as Trigger. All right, let's see whether Trigger's going to be able to keep himself alive here.
No
Flash is up for Trigger, but not for Lehens. So he could just be going down. The Audacious Charge comes in. And yes, he's got Eclipse. Yes, he's got Aftershock, but there...
Calyx is just sad and lane locked.
He is also a lumbering ward as well. As in goes Canyon. Taunt is pretty good, but still has to flash.
Galio, and it's actually been really fun to watch.
I don't mind just the one tank item, then full damage. I think that's kind of cool. As Gideon goes in, Cyclone will connect onto Canyon, and now the Monkey is forced to flash back into the pit as he got thrown over the wall. Chovy now with the Incinerate out is looking to lock down Lehens as Gideon left on his lonesome and Chovy grabs first blood. Probably worst case scenario here. Objectives as Malignance is done, but a teleport towards his top side is Nongshim looking for a dive onto Keen, whose sniffing is starting to hurt. Lehens and Kingen do wait a long time for this teleport to come forward as there's the exhaust onto Kingen, but it's not going to be enough to keep Keen alive. Lehens.
Glorious.
It was
in the heydays of 2023, LCK Global.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, LCK CL Global. 2023, not any of the other ones, those were taken.
The reason we are not casting it anymore is actually because 2024 got taken.
Yeah.
2025 got taken.
That's the only reason.
I think it's all taken up till 2030. As in goes Gideon, finds a Cyclone onto only the support. We know how that goes as Canyon throws the rest of them back. Shelly does sort of lose interest in the whole situation, does partially reset as the equalizer onto just Chovy by himself. Great stun though as the bear comes down. Pop blossoming the air is Duro. He looked fantastic while he did it though. No judgments here from me.
Chat will fill you right in.
Oh, 100%. As we've got a flash right on top of Chovy, and Tibbers says, get off my my Annie. I'm gonna go.
Flashless Annie, I think, is actually a big deal. And then obviously the offensive capabilities of a Flash W or Flash Tibbers is also big.
Oh, that's so sexy. Goes past, gets another charge, but now Nongshim might have found an angle here. The Pop Blossom this time, though, is very, very good. Heroic Entrance does come down as Ruler manages to take down the Monkey. The flash out there from Canyon, but still gets taunted. Tries to go in because there's no way out. He zins out.
Yeah, no, Canyon going a little bit way too hard there. Nicely done by Nongshim, actually. Really clean. Oh, Lehens, if you die, that does kind of void how good that play was. Okay.
And now,
barring Lehens, they kind of do. I think,
yeah,
things have looked decent so far.
Well, you're going to say that, and they're going to look for Chovy. They will be able to find him here. Pop Blossom is going to be the answer as True Shot Barrage takes down the Annie, but it's a 1-for-1 immediately. Still down goes the Nico as Trigger has found Ruler. He's Arcane shifting away, and Ruler is going to have to escape. Still, the rest of Gen G just mop things up. And Calyx, I believe he flashed over that wall to escape the play, and so a 2 versus 3. And the Otacon still going to be attempted here by Gen G.
It's a bit ambitious. Calyx is pretty dangerous.
He is. The Winds of War do go almost entirely wide. The Trigger needs to be so careful. As Ruler, once again, it's a good sidestep. And oh god, just another couple of autos and down Trigger will go. But
it's objective as well.
X-Tech Soul as well. This is X-Tech Soul point they're looking for. Not going to be able to take it just yet. Flash is available here for Canyon, but not going to have to worry about that Zenith Blade as that one goes wide. Pop Blossom will connect onto 4! And Duro finds the angle this time around. Chovy is also at full health as the equalizer decently placed, but it's a little too late. Never mind, the walking barbecue walks in. And Kingen doesn't last very long, still manages to get one of the kills back. That is something, as Chovy having a giggle. And Trigger, I think, will be able to get himself out. It's actually just a Q that they wait for to guarantee the stun over the... But then if he doesn't die again, and then he goes back in again...
Okay, gotcha. Oh,
then we can add some extra nevers.
Keen!
All right, Gen G looking for the play. There's the Crescent Guard, and now Trigger is in so much trouble. They're closing in from every angle as Ruler gets pounced almost on, but not before killing basically everyone. Exhaust goes down onto King, and he's just running for his life as Keen chasing after him, scissors in hand, and now Lahen's, yeah, just on the wrong side of this one. There's the knock-up, and Canyon will be able to lock down this kill very comfortably.
Really, against a team like GEN, you get to make maybe one of those mistakes. So maybe Chovy dies?
Well, Calix is going to get that taunt down. Gideon's in here as well. Chovy running pretty fast and does have that Molten Shield as Canyon will get knocked up on his way in. Still Chovy able to go golden. And Gideon trying to get himself out, but it does not work. Now Duro finds Calix. And Duro doesn't really have very much, so the sad B is going to come out.
No, Duro, don't!
Why, there's the flash to interrupt, the Pop Blossom to lock him in place, and Canyon moseys on down. And charges the Q, doesn't actually manage to get the knock-up as Calix does walk out of the way, but it doesn't matter, he's still dead. And in the meantime, Keen's like, all right, you guys done?
Korean Summer is a lot.
Yeah. Equalizer goes down. Canyon tanks it as Keen dashing on top of this Rumble. Man, Kingen takes so much damage. He does have to immediately flash, but into the firing line goes the Leona, and down she goes immediately as Gideon, I believe, just killed a clone, but they also killed his clone as well, so clones traded.
They're still going.
Yeah, Genji just like not with very much health. Gideon also does sweep the ward as Canyon just dives on top of Trigger and murders him. And this Xin Zhao, I think, may be impossible to kill. As now Duro trying to keep himself alive in this backline as Calix and Gideon well and truly outside of this battle. And Genji are getting closed in on. These health bars are so low. Heroic charge to come in, and there it is. They do manage to take down Canyon. He is mortal in the end, but Ruler is
no, that was
not.
And
Calix is still dead. Keen running with scissors, and that's dangerous, guys. That's what we've learned. And Genji are just going to win the game right here.